Aboard Captain Kitch's vessel, Mew-Mew, Cricket, and the Shadow King ventured off of the planet Earth and quickly crashed into another. On this strange new world, they will have to fight for more than just their lives. They will have to fight for all of reality.
This is a warning. This episode contains mature themes, including violence, body horror, and death. Viewer discretion is advised.
What am I looking at?
There's a bunch of hover cars driving past.
Can I go over to the window?
What do you see? What do you are seeing? What's out there?
Yeah, I might know where we are if you can describe it, Kitch says, as they just lie back in their chair.
I think we're on Mars, and it's some sort of inhabited dome.
Does Kitch know about Martian life?
You skimmed the database, but you don't really know about it. From what you know, this is a military colony for the faction that you are associated with.
Okay. So I'll say, okay, well, that's good. That's good. We're here because they like me. They lean back in their chair.
The door to the room opens, and two women walk inside. One of them is Danielle. The other woman has graying hair with a white streak down the middle. A little bit of brown is still left in her hair, and she's got wrinkles on her face that make her of an indeterminate older age. She's wearing a white lab coat with a number of little doohickeys all over it. Kenzie, you immediately identify one of them at least as a camera.
She's gonna turn her back and kind of, has some privacy reflexes. And doesn't really want to be on camera, so just kind of turns away, but asks, where in the Heinlein are we? With like hands above their head, but to shield their face.
Welcome to Concord, says the woman. I was just telling your friend.
Who are you and where are we? What is Concord?
My name is Dr. Curie, and Concord is our sanctuary here in the otherwise inhospitable wastes that is Mars.
What?
I know that this might be a lot for some of you to take in. We've prepared rooms to acclimatize you to your new surroundings. You must be Captain Kitch.
Yeah, how's my ship?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was completely destroyed in the crash. It's been obliterated.
Then how did we survive?
Yeah.
How did we get to Mars? How long were we out?
Your bodies were very badly damaged. Thankfully, we have technology that was able to save you.
Much appreciated. You just
What
take
did
it
you
off my
have to
bill.
do? Kenzie's kind of looking to see if there's like any visible chips or scars or anything.
No
Nothing?
visible scars. Roll me a wits medicine check, I suppose, Kenzie.
And I would like to see if I don't quite believe what they're saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would...
And
For
what is that?
vampires, it's insight. So why don't you give me a wits insight check?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, only one success.
But even with one success, something just a little bit off about the story. You're right to be suspicious. Your gut is telling you. Even though this woman seems very friendly, she seems like she wants to help you, there's something up. It's bugging you.
Okay. I just keep. And I say to Danielle in Spanish, "Are you okay? How long have you been conscious? How are these people? What's the deal with these people?" Quick, yes, nonchalant.
They are very strange, she says, and she looks over at a smile with the woman. But they speak many languages,
Yeah,
she says.
Spanish. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. I'm so glad you treated us so well. Thank you. Thank you for the hospitality. It's so kind.
Kitch raises a finger to Claire, did you say?
Curie. Her name is Dr. Curie.
Dr. Curie. I would like a word. So who does Kitch talk to, like, on this planet about their work? I'm sure they have a connection here.
You haven't been to this planet before, but I'm sure that there is some sort of title to the kind of person that you would report to. What would that title be?
Probably like data entry.
Processor.
Methodology.
I like processor. How about processor?
Yeah. I would like to find a processor on this planet. If you could direct me to one, please.
Oh, yes, we need you to report right away.
All right. I'm gonna hop out of my chair and lead the way.
Well, actually, she gestures over and an orb floats towards you from the hallway. If you could follow my friend here, I am going to make these other guests comfortable.
That reminds me, were you able to rescue the rainbow orb and the plant life on my ship as well? It was in the same room as us.
Yes, they're with the processor, in fact.
Perfect.
For
All right.
cataloging.
Perfect.
Though
Excellent.
we have more pressing concerns than that now.
Yeah. All right. I'll follow the orb.
So are you with NASA or the internationals or NSA, CIA? What's going on?
We don't use names like that. We're a high-tech organization that looks after humanity from beyond the planet.
The Illuminati. Okay.
We're not the Illuminati. We know them. I'll explain more.
Mackenzie's head explodes.
So sorry, are you guys humans, or what do you call yourselves?
Post-humans. We're what comes up next.
Hashtag post. Oh, X-Men. Oh my God.
So did you so you don't hail from Earth, but you're humans. Where do you come from?
Some of our ancestors are from Earth.
And where are the rest of them from?
I can't tell you everything, of course.
Oh, okay, how about I phrase it this way? Where are you from?
I'm from here. I'm from Concord.
I see if there's any weird, like, timey-wimey stuff. Like, are these future people?
Okay, you're putting up a time site, you're saying, and that is totally legit. It's time gnosis.
Kenzie's thinking, X-Men from the future. I'm not used to having so few dice. Oh, but it's 2 successes.
There is something timey-wimey going on. It's not about this woman, but it's about this entire space. It seems as though time is passing very quickly. Much faster than it seems, in fact.
Could I use my bloodhound ability to what I do? Smell the resonance of her blood, see if it's edible.
Yeah.
It's a resolve awareness.
Yeah, she's sort of got a, what would be the word, sanguine. She's calm, resonance to her blood. And there's a hint of more. It's very strong smell. And is there a dice pool that you'd like to roll to identify it? Maybe
it's a resonance awareness.
Okay.
Or that.
Yeah, so you can easily identify like her mood from that. But there's something more about her blood.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe, yeah, it could be a wits awareness if you don't have another appropriate pool.
Yeah, wits awareness. Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. To figure out quickly what's
yeah.
perceiving. 2 successes.
The smell, the power of the blood, it's very similar to Kenzie and Eustace.
Okay. Nice. I'll keep that information for myself.
Gabriel, Mew-Mew, Cricket, and Danielle are led through a spacious building. There are large, open areas which you are purposefully avoiding, and you're staying to these smaller hallways. And on those smaller hallways, you can see that there's a number of empty rooms, a few rooms that have people inside of them, and they look fairly happy, just lying in beds. Some of them asleep, some of them awake, but they look very pleased. The space that you are brought to is a green room. In it, there is a cooler of water. There are several couches. There are magazines on little desks. It's like a hospital waiting room almost, relatively well furnished. There's a desk with an attendant, except the attendant is some sort of creature with green, leathery skin and eyes that sit lower than their mouth. Their body is shorter and squatter than a human's, but they're dressed in a similar outfit to Dr. Curie. They seem to have appendages, just like a human might, but their hands, I suppose you could say, are instead long claws, and those claws are skittering across some sort of tech surface behind the counter.
Kenzie's using her hand. She's gonna wants to take a picture. This would be so great. This would be so cool. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Just like muttering to herself.
Welcome to the space outside of the consensus. Here, so much more is possible than you could ever have imagined because your imaginations were fixed, trapped on that planet, which, as lovely as it is during some seasons, is really quite banal. Each of you seem to have an enlightened attitude. I suspect that you might be able to take away quite a bit from your stay here. I would invite you to explore the surrounding area, perhaps once it becomes night, which should occur in 4 hours or so. Earth hours, that is. We use them too, most of the time.
Absolutely. That would be very courteous. Thank you. I would like to. I require a different level of sustenance. I don't know if you've spoken with my assistant that I might have. As
Yes.
I'm quite hungry.
We occasionally have guests such as yourself. Why don't you come with me? I can see to your needs personally in a different room. Do any of you also need any form of equipment or sustenance?
Do you have Mountain Dew?
No, but we do have liquid.
That's such a broad category. Okay, I could use some liquid. Do you have pizza? No, Mars doesn't have pizza.
No.
But okay. How do you get vampires here?
Well, sometimes we take them to study. There's
What?
quite a lot that we can learn from them.
What do you mean by study? Just out of curiosity, it's just curious.
To understand how they work, both in the perceptions of others and in their own right. There's something fundamental to a vampire.
Mm-hmm. Like through conversation and user interviews, right?
Usually, depending on how well adjusted our vampire specimens are.
Kennedy's just nodding and smiling. Cool.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, same.
So if we were gonna meet up with Captain Kitch, where can we find them?
We have a very important task for Captain Kitch, but
we're part of her crew. It's very important that we're with her.
all right. I'm sure that once they get settled handling this problem, you'll be able to find where they are.
What if we said it was of the utmost importance and we should meet them right when it is nighttime so we can all convene and work together as a team where it's a critical task? Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that could be allowed if Captain Kitch is amenable to it. Cut to Captain Kitch. Captain Kitch, you have met with Processor Kane. Processor Kane is a being with roughly humanoid features, 2 arms, 2 legs. Their skin is sallow. They have the right number of eyes. You've met people who look like this before, just like those humans on Urath. And Kane looks at you dead in the eye and says, "We've got a problem. It's the beans."
The beans again?
Yes. Sometimes we import shipments of beans, and they typically are completely fine. But recently, we've become aware that some of our beans have been weaponized.
Does this have anything to do with the Boston bean on Earth? I did a little research on that.
Well, we do incorporate many Boston beans into our diets.
But now they've been weaponized.
Well, some of them, you see, are alien creatures that when you consume them, dissolve a person from the inside out.
I mean, what's this have to do with me?
We
You
hear
want-
that you are an expert hunter of creatures such as this, and we thought that perhaps you'd be able to find out which beans are the dangerous ones.
Oh, okay. So you want me to do inventory?
You, of course, would be wildly compensated for your services.
Well, I am in the market to buy a new ship. What percentage of that would help me with that?
But we don't sell ships here, but you could buy a ticket aboard a Starliner and go to any destination in the cosmos.
Where's the closest area to buy a ship?
I think that Alpha Centauri has a shipyard. They're probably the closest.
Okay. And how much is it a ticket to get from there to here to there?
Oh, we could make sure that you were on a flight out. We don't typically deal in credits here on the Concord. We don't really see a need for such transactions, but we do have supplies such as gold and lithium that you might be able to trade to others once you arrive.
So I am still getting credits for those two aliens though, right?
Oh, yes. What interesting creatures you have brought. We've got them sealed away in the archive.
Excellent. So I do have two more on this planet.
2 more creatures.
Yeah, from Earth.
Oh, yes. No, we have added
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't
those.
bring them straight to you.
They have. No. Well, we have an associate making sure that they are prepared for what comes next.
Oh, okay, great.
And the bonus creature that you picked up as well is also quite interesting.
I mean, if you want them, go for it.
Come, I'll show you to the beans.
Excellent. Great. I'll follow them.
So, Gabriel, you are led away from the others to a large hall where there is a blood fountain. It's just kind of like not a traditional water fountain filled with blood, maybe more like a blood bubbler. But there's an intricate design to it so you can see the blood as it flows up to the top when you press a button.
And am I with Dr. Curie?
Yes, Dr. Curie has escorted you here.
What a fascinating design of. And I'm getting very hungry. This is all very intriguing. Can I have some?
Yes, you may.
Okay. Before I drink, I'm going to rouse to heal myself from my wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I heal, but I don't get more hunger. And then I'm going to try and drink from this blood bubbler.
Yeah, it's like bagged blood, so it's not the most filling blood, and it's kind of like dry, and it's not very tasty, but it seems to get the job done. And I believe at your potency, you can get down to 1 hunger.
Yeah, because I have 1, yeah.
So you do. You are now at 1 hunger.
Okay, I'll get to 1. All right, cool. Sufficient. I drink a lot because and I don't enjoy it that much. Sufficient, but not. Okay. Thank you. This is most appreciated. What kind of accommodations will me and my fellow travelers expect here?
We can provide you with a number of accommodations. If you wish to spend more time here, I'm certain that you could contribute to our research for many years.
Well, that sounds very interesting. What benefits are there for us to stay? What kind of what? Or speak of some of these amenities or accommodations you could provide for us.
Well, we live in a very advanced society. There is very little violence or other situations that would put you ill at ease. We are able to travel very fast in between stars to all sorts of different environments. Perhaps your curiosity could be sated as you learn secrets of the multiverse.
And it would be very interesting. And it's all my years I've never thought of such a thing. I've never experienced and come in contact with your organization before. Very intriguing. Thank you.
As you're looking at Dr. Curie, there's a hiss somewhere in the back of your perception. And suddenly you see all of these black tubes sticking out of her neck and stretching up to the ceiling. There's a mask over her face and her eyes are closed. And then you're back in the blood fountain room.
Yes. Curiosity. A very noble endeavor. I must thank you. Could we make our way back to my fellow travelers?
Of course. Why don't you follow me? Eustace and Kenzie, what are you doing?
Well, Kenzie is very nervous and worried about a lot of things, but he's really curious about the alien food. He's going to find the liquid and the not pizza sustenance.
Yeah, whatever the liquid is. They've been so far creating the facade of being rather hospitable. I'm curious how far I could push that. I'm gonna say that maybe will be kind enough to let us leave, like go back to Earth. But it has been my goal all along, is to not leave Earth in the first place. So I'm kind of distraught that I'm on Mars right now. I'm trying to keep it cool though. We're professional. Do this all the time.
But we're on Mars, Eustace. We're like the first humans except non-humans. Actually, I don't know. Are we still humans? Are we Martians now? Oh my god.
You're having this
Mackenzie the
conversation
Martian Mew-Mew 2.0.
as Gabriel comes back in to that statement.
I mean, yes, you guys technically we are Martians now. I would think by definition.
So cool. But on seeing Gabriel, Kenzie's like, did they do experiments on you? Because that sounded really sketchy.
No, they were very accommodating. The most gracious host that I've had in decades. Very kind, very pleasant people. And I try to whisper as much as possible. Do either of you have an ability to detect or block surveillance, technological surveillance?
I don't know, but I can try. Kenzie has no idea, but knows a lot about surveillance. So it's like, all right. And already spotted the cameras on Dr. Curry's lapel. So can I try and find where the surveillance is and try and do some sort of fate, like we happen to walk in the blind spots?
You don't know where the surveillance is and think that there could be cameras throughout this building. You could try to do that, but you wouldn't know if it succeeded.
True. All right. I don't know that, so I'm gonna try.
What's your fate gnosis?
Yeah. I don't know, Eustace. Have you like finally accepted that you can do magic?
No. What's your pool? I'm gonna roll it over here.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 3. I
Okay.
had stats over here, but I'm fine.
All right, great.
So I feel like I've done magic.
Yeah, you're like, okay, that was magic. You actually can't tell. You should know.
Okay. Well, sure. So I'm like, yeah, all right. So I did something. So I think if we're just really sneaky, we might be just walking in the blind spots. And just like,
Yeah, I mean, it's almost nighttime, right? So might be able to make that to our advantage, right?
Yes, we must be a slightly patient, I believe. We don't have too many options, as we appear to be on Mars, which I believe. And so we would need a spaceship. I believe that our host, Dr. Curie, lied to us about the condition of the spaceship that brought us here. I believe they've even lied to the Captain Kitch, and perhaps I don't think that the spaceship is destroyed, or else I'm pretty sturdy, and I think I might have been destroyed if that ship was destroyed. And certainly the rest of you would have been destroyed if the ship was destroyed in the crash. So I don't believe the ship is totally destroyed. And we could use that to our advantage if we speak with Captain Kitch and tell them that these Concordians have lied to them as well. We could use Captain Kitch to get out of here and go back home.
That does involve, though, swaying the very person that brought us here.
Perhaps they've received what they came here for and have no more allegiance to this place. I don't know. I'm putting out possibilities, but
I mean, I'm down for trying to change their mind, but in my mind, they are the enemy until proven otherwise.
they're not the enemy. They're so cool. Plus, they really love their ship. So
kidnapped
if we
us.
show them, well, it wasn't kidnapping because I volunteered
Okay.
you. So we volunteered.
Oh, so it's your fault that we're here, is what you're saying.
Yes, my name should be on the headline the whole time.
Yes, Mew-Mew kills us all.
No. Mew-Mew launches humanity to Mars. Next step in our future. Mew-Mew, master of the universe.
Yeah.
But the Captain Kitch really loves her ship. So maybe if we find their ship or get Kitch to the ship, then we'll become like BFFs. And then it could be like hey, we've done something nice for you. You do something nice for us. Take us on more space adventures, not in Evil Hospital.
We have to do this very subtly and carefully, because if we do this wrong, we can create an instant interstellar war with the Concordians and Earth.
Knew you read sci-fi.
And we would lose, probably.
Yeah. Good thing subtlety is my name.
Also, I use my senses to detect what we vampires call resonance, the essence of the blood inside everything that has blood. And I smelled the resonance of this Dr. Curie, and they reeked of magic, what I perceive as magic, as much as the two of you do, and other mages I've encountered in my lifespan. So I believe we are under the protection of magicians, as I know.
So vampires and space wizards. This is so cool.
So yes, I agree with you, Eustace. We must be very careful, bring our A game of subterfuge to this situation.
Mhm.
And I agree. I don't think Captain Kitch is a ally, but I think they are an asset that could be used to our advantage.
Get on board with an
That's right.
asset. Yeah. That works for me.
Okay, so they were going to go see the processor. Did we overhear that conversation?
Yeah.
Processor. Okay. Is there like an elevator we can like look and see like some sort of map or anything?
Yeah, on the street. Yeah, totally. That's what I want to do as well. Figure out.
Yeah,
Try to
you can
cross
find the processor. You'll have to ask about them.
Oh, actually, should we see the processor or should we try and find the ship?
Good question.
Mm.
Well, if anyone can find the ship, I would assume Captain Kitch would be able to find their ship faster than we could.
Yeah, and if we find it, we're not supposed to, then we'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
And we can't fly the ship. So, all right.
Yeah. But it would be good information to have. You're not wrong for thinking. But I wouldn't know where to start.
Yeah. But we do know processor. So we should find that person.
Can we talk to this green attendant?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I want to go and talk to them.
Yes, they turn towards you with their whole wide face. They make a noise which you hear as words, but you're pretty sure wasn't English words a moment ago. And they say, "What are you doing?"
Hello, my name is Gabriel de la Guerra. What is your name?
I go by
Balagara. Pleasure to meet you. I would like to inquire some information as to where one might go to meet a processor. To the processor earlier that my friend, the captain, was going to.
The processor is very busy. They keep us safe.
No, absolutely. Just where could you just point me in the direction? I'll wait patiently from wherever they are.
They type some keys. The processor is away.
Where's their office so that we might meet them when they are arrived back?
They do not have an office.
Very well. Thank you. I might return. Thank you.
Of course.
Lovely creature. I want to smell their blood. What's their blood smell like?
Their blood does not smell delicious. They've got something like blood, but it's not. You don't think that it would be good for you to drink.
I don't care for this. That has upset me the most about
And then Gabriel, as you're looking at Gala Gala, you see them. Suddenly, there are these massive tubes along their body as well. There is some sort of flickering green light, and they are convulsing. Oh, you're back in the room again.
Yeah.
As you do.
Yeah. Process that. Okay. Right. Very good. Very strange place here. Perhaps we can go and start. We can go on our own, as long as we stay inside the confines of this building for a few hours, and try and maybe just run into Captain Kitch.
Okay. You want to roll an investigate check on this building?
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of intelligence investigate or wits? Which one?
Yeah, wits investigate would be good.
Okay. 3 successes.
With 3 successes, you are looking from room to room. You stay mostly in the shadows, and the shadows are lengthening. There are a lot of people, most of them just sitting around. You don't see a lot of active research going on. And you also see that there's a lot of people who are in hospital beds, and while they're happy, they're not being attended.
Can I also investigate and use investigative aid? So I'm going to investigate and pair it with there's still a lot of tech in this building, right?
Yeah.
For high tech, so I'm going to pair it with computer and kind of just investigate and see like how it's all working together.
Yeah, of course.
So that means I get computer plus intelligence plus investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And then, well, I got 4, but with investigative aid, 3 is a critical success. So
Okay.
I see stuff.
With a critical success, at one point you come across a computer which you are able to access. The amount of data on this computer doesn't seem to be sufficient for the hospital to run an effective operation, even on Earth. Maybe you're just not gaining all the access to it. But as you dig deeper, you find that you're able to determine the wireless schematics of this building, like where quote-unquote routers would be placed and signals would be sent, and it doesn't make sense. Which could be okay since you're in an alien country, but you're pretty sure that this wouldn't be able to cover the building in wireless signal. It's not set up well.
That's just not how energy works. But it's just not how wireless works.
Right, it's just not how wireless works.
That's weird. Are there any other levels that could be hacked into? Or is it just like, does this feel like a facade?
It does feel a lot like a facade. But it's like you can't find the command structure or the command line to go deeper. Even when you do get some control, give me an intelligence computers check. Also, you're hacking their systems right now, you should know.
So that's one of my, what is it called? Rote skills. So I forget what I get for that.
Oh, do you mean it's one of your specialties?
Yeah, hacking's one of my
You
specialties.
get one more die on a specialty.
Ah! 3.
All right. With 3 successes, you don't have admin access, but you do manage to find a login code, and there are charts, but there's not enough charts for the number of people in this hospital. And there is information, but as you said before, it still just seems flat, almost.
This doesn't make sense. It's like they built it for a set or something. Like there's just not enough data. Like none of it makes sense for a hospital. Like it's not, it feels super fake or like really badly done, but like just it's so badly done that it doesn't make sense that it's badly done. So it's probably a fake. But that doesn't make sense either, because why would you have a fake computer? Like the hospital needs.
Someone yells, "Look out, he's got a bean!" And you see a man run into the hallway screaming. His body starts turning into static, and then he explodes.
Right. What was that? Nice. What are the people, the hospital attendants doing?
There is some shocked gasps, and there's like a stillness, an awkward moment, and then a sallow-looking janitor, fairly human-like, comes out, and they've got a bucket and a mop. They just start mopping up these static bits, just putting in the bucket, mopping it up. Bucket.
Did that guy yell that that person had a bean? Did I hear that right?
Oh yeah, I guess who yelled they had a bean?
You're not sure, but suddenly Dr. Curie is here.
Oh,
I'm so sorry that you had to see that. We are a little bit in a dangerous situation at the moment. There has been a contamination of our food supply. I would recommend that you don't eat any of the beans.
So where are the, can I like notice, did any of the patients react at all?
Not really.
Oh, weird. It's so weird. I don't like it.
Oh, it is nighttime. Are you interested in seeing your friend?
absolutely. Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
Why don't you follow this orb? You'll go out onto the streets. I would ask that you stay on the sidewalks.
Oh, why is that?
The cars travel very fast here, or what you would call cars.
Makes sense. So how do the beans contaminated, they make you explode?
Need to know basis. We've got it handled though.
Okay.
Right. All right. So where are we going to meet Kitch?
I guess we could follow this orb. We could do that. We'll do that. But before we go, I do want to say to Dr. Curie, do you need help with these beans at all, or the shipment, or the? Seems dangerous.
Extremely dangerous, and we only trust experts to deal with the situation.
Perhaps we, perhaps we could help at some point. I don't, no pressure, but we are pretty good at what we do from time.
Of course, of course.
All in the spirit of camaraderie and helpfulness. What we can provide, we're providing some knowledge to you, and perhaps we can provide some security for you.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is just one of our many problems. I'm sure there'll be many for you to help with in the future.
Oh, thank you. And then I turn to Kinsey and Eustace. Danielle. Danielle, come well.
All right, and so the four of you are going to go out of the hospital.
Yeah. No, I do.
Kenzie's gonna ask Gabriel, how long do they expect you to stay here if they think that, or us to stay here if they think that we're gonna help them with future problems? We're just visiting, right? Like, we're gonna go.
Yes,
this is super creepy.
They have mentioned to me that they would like for us to stay here for years. And that seemed like a great idea. I'm not sure.
I mean, I have nothing against staying on Mars and becoming Mew-Mew Master of the Universe starting on Mars, but the hospital is creepy. I don't trust that lady. Like, it's feels wrong and off. I don't like it. Like, I don't know what's going on, but it seems like a front. But I don't know what it could possibly be a front for, because they helped us. Like, they definitely healed us.
Yes. I think they probably wanted, I think the most true thing that they're saying is that they want information about us and to study us. But I think they want to study your magic and perhaps my vampirism. So I'm sure if they've existed for some time, they've gotten their hands on lots of vampires, and they have a very intricate blood system that they have sufficient quantities of blood. So I'm not sure much they could gain from studying a vampire such as myself. But mages are always a paradox in reality, and so therefore you could be very useful to them. But I don't intend for us to be here that long either, or at least under these circumstances.
Why do they have copious amounts of blood? Where are they getting the blood? Is it like magically produced blood? Because they're space wizards. Maybe they just make like delicious magic blood, like out of thin air. I don't know. It's like water into wine, water into blood, Martian water into blood. Maybe?
Yeah. I don't know. As you say, they are space wizards.
That is some very wishful thinking, Kenzie. I wish I had your optimism.
I'm just trying not to freak out, because those chairs were like full of syringe openings, and there were like lasers and scalpel robots, and there's a fake computer and just patients just sitting there like everything's fine, but it's weird.
You're so close. You're so close to the blood question, though. They're draining it from the people. Yeah. So, moving on.
What? No, not moving on. We were there and unconscious. You might have drank our blood. Like, I mean, that's fine and cool, but also no, non-consensual blood drinking.
You exclaim, and as you are rounding a corner, there's like a couple dressed in Martian clothes that look at you, and just they turn around, they start walking in the other direction.
Do they just look like normal?
Do they look like humans? Yeah.
They look like humans in fancy suits, like a mixture of high fashion and a spacesuit, maybe. But Gabriel, for a moment, you see them, the bodies, not just theirs, but there's more. You can't count how many, and they're all hanging from those black tubes in the glowing green light. And then you're back on the streets of Mars.
I see. Yeah, as we just move along, I'm going to try to say this as quietly as possible to Eustace and Kenzie. And I'll just say, do not react to this. Do not as much as you can. But I keep perceiving, I'm not sure if you are as well capable of this, but I keep perceiving black tubes stretching out from various citizens of this Concord. Black tubes stretching out into from the people in the black mask over their faces, and tubes connected to walls, circuits. I don't know. It's very strange, very disconcerting. Have either of you perceived this?
That's news to me. I don't even know how to interpret that.
What do you mean? What do you mean perceiving?
Perception had changed quite a bit when I became a vampire, and senses were gained that mortals don't possess. Supernatural senses that you don't quite have anymore, or you never had when you were a human.
Like when I was seeing the dead babies and the giant devil, like when it was there, but
Yes.
it wasn't there because it was in the past.
Very similar. Yes. Yeah.
So maybe they're just like people from the past, nightmare people from the past?
That's possible, but I don't have any, as far as I know, I've never had any time perception abilities or time manipulation abilities. That seems to be a gift of your magic. I only perceive usually blood and death. That kind of thing. Things connected to the afterlife, as vampires are being undead, as you say. So I think you, again, as if you didn't know already, let's be very careful here. And I was trying to keep this information close, but I think this is maybe the closest, safest time I could share it with you and ask if you have been seeing the same thing.
Nope, I have not, which makes me nervous because I see stuff not in this time, but maybe you're seeing stuff from this time. And like,
Yeah.
as he tries to like not react.
Yes. Good to not react.
The orb stops outside a large, it's kind of like a half cylinder, almost like a greenhouse, but it's not made of glass, it's made of metal. And it has a set of double doors, which the orb is in front of, and it beeps something, and the doors slide open. Inside, there are vast swimming pools of beans.
Oh no.
They are like 3 times an Olympic-sized swimming pool, and there are 5 of them in this room. And there, with a bunch of devices whirring along, is Captain Kitch, who turns and looks up at you, I assume. And as Captain Kitch looks up at you, Gabriel, you see them with the black tubes stretched from their body. And that is where we're going to end this session.
Nope.
Are we in the Matrix?
That's what I'm thinking.
We're like a blood matrix.
Classic
Awesome.
Blood Matrix.
Oh, Space Wizards.
I'm so happy personally, not Kitch, because Kitch has no clue. But I'm so happy that my ship, there's a sliver that my ship may be still alive.
I think so.
Cats have 9 lives, right?
Oh, yeah.
It is the Cat Cosmos, so it's crashed more than 9 times, though.
Oh. It's a space cat. Maybe space cats have exponential time.
81 lives, yeah.
Yeah.
In any case, everybody gets 2 experience points, and we'll meet back up and play this game again.
Wonderful. Very great. That was very exciting. I'm very excited about those beans. Oh no, they are.
I am so terrified of when all the pieces come together. It's going to be really bad.
Yeah, I have like a future image of all of us just like running towards the ship, escaping.
Probably what's gonna go down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if you have a new spaceship already.
Propelled by beans.
Being powered.
Watch out, he's gonna be. And they're from Boston?
I just threw that in because Rudy's playing a game. Rudy's playing a game where their god is like a giant baked bean over Boston.
Okay.
Yeah, one of my friends had a guinea pig named Dangerous Beans, and that's all I can think of.